Hello students, I hope everybody is fine at home and keeping good health, obeying your parents and having a good time with your parents. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let us go ahead with our topic for today, and it is pronouns. So let us start with trying to understand what is a pronoun. Okay, a pronoun is a word that can be used in place of a noun. We know what is a noun, a naming word. A word that is a name is a noun. So a word that can be used in place of a noun is called a pronoun. For example, if you are writing a paragraph on Mahatma Gandhi, fine. So in the first line or in the second line, you may use the noun Mahatma Gandhi again and again. But all throughout the paragraph, every time we may not use Mahatma Gandhi. So what do? We use a word instead of Mahatma Gandhi. He, him, his. So that is called a pronoun. Now let us take an example. We have an example on screen. Manoj studies in my class. And the next sentence says, he is the monitor of the class. In the second sentence, instead of Manoj, we are using the word he. That is a pronoun. Then the third sentence, I saw him in the market yesterday. Again, instead of Manoj, we are using the word him. The him again is a pronoun. Then this jacket is his. Here also this jacket, if the sentence was using a noun, this jacket is Manoj's. We would write like that, Manoj apostrophe s. But here instead of Manoj apostrophe s, we are using his. His again is a pronoun. So here you can see in place of noun, a separate word is used, and that is called a pronoun. Okay, now let us go ahead. Now we need to understand here one more thing, that is a pronoun can be used as a subject and can also be used as a object. Okay, let us try to understand what is a subject and object. In a sentence, if a noun is a doer of the action, or the sentence is told about that person, then that noun is called the subject of the sentence. The sentence is told about that person, or that person is the doer of the action. In both these conditions, we can say that the doer of the action, or that person about whom the sentence is told, is the subject of the sentence. Now in the same way, there can be object. Object is who is the receiver of the action, on whom the action is being done. That is called the object. Okay, now here what we need to understand is the pronoun can also be a subject and can also be a object. Fine. Now the pronouns which are used as a subject will all be known as subjective case, and the pronouns which can be used as object will all be called objective case. Understood? So here the examples, when a pronoun is used as a subject of the sentence, it is said to be in subjective or nominative case. Both are same, subjective or nominative. Look at the example. She jumped with joy. So this sentence is spoken about she. Who is the doer action? Who jumped with joy? She. So she is the subject of the sentence. So here she is not a noun, it is a pronoun. So pronoun which is in place of a subject, or which is used as a subject, is said to be in subjective case. The next sentence, they watched the film today. Now here we are talking about they. Now they is the subject in the sentence, and that is why we can say who watched the film? They watched the film. So that is why we can say that they is in subject form. Okay, so this again is in subjective or nominative case. The next part, if you go to see, when a pronoun used is an object in the sentence, the receiver of the action, on whom the action is being done, that is called to be the object of the sentence. We can call it as being in objective case. Now look at the example. Reema called me for the school play. Here who is the subject? Reema. but me is the receiver. Who is called? Me. Okay, me is called, so me is the object of the sentence. So here the pronoun is playing the part of a object, so it is said to be in objective case. Here you can just see, she jumped with joy. In this, she is the doer of the action, the subject, the pronoun is the subject. Okay, so that is in subjective case. Rima called me for the school play. Me is not the subject, it is the object, and so that is in objective case. Let us look at one more example of the objective case. He took them home. Now them, who is the doer of the action? Who took? He took. Okay, so but who is been taken? Them. So them is not the doer of the action, them is the receiver of the action. So again them is the in place of a object, so again it is in objective case. So students, here we understand, try to understand what is subjective case and what is objective. If a pronoun is in the form of subject, it is said to be in subjective case or nominative case, and if a pronoun is in the place of object, it is said to be in objective case. Okay, now the next part, we are going to try to understand a type of pronoun. This type of pronoun is called personal pronouns. Okay, this type of pronouns is called personal pronouns. Now in this, before trying to understand personal pronouns, we need to understand the person that is been mentioned here. You can see on the screen under the heading of person, it is written first person singular, first person plural, second person, third person singular, there are three, and third person plural. So here we can see these are the persons. First let us try to understand the person. The first part is first person. Who is the first person? The speaker of the sentence is the first person. Is that clear? The speaker of the sentence is first person. If I am the speaker, I would use the pronouns I, me, mine, isn't it? So that is first person. The speaker of the sentence, the speaker is the first person. Now the first person can be in singular as well as in plural. Okay, the first person, if only one person is speaking, that is called first person singular, and if many people are speaking, they are called first person plural. So if only one person is speaking, what pronouns will be used? I, me, mine, isn't it? And if many people are speaking, what will be the pronouns used? We, us, ours, isn't it? So that is the difference. First person is always the speaker, and if the speaker is only one, it is said to be first person singular. Pronouns used is I, me. Okay, and if the speaker are more than one, they are called to be first person plural, and the pronouns used can be we, us. Okay, now let us go to the second person. In second person, the singular and plural would be same. Okay, even if the speaker is one or even if the speaker are more than one, the pronouns used will be same. Okay, now let us try to understand. If the speaker, who is the second person? Second person is the listener, or to whom the sentence is spoken. If I am speaking and you are listening, so I am first person and you are the second person. Okay, and if you are speaking and I am listening, so you are the first person and I am the second person. Okay, so the second person is the person to whom the sentence is spoken, or the listener of that sentence. Okay, so second person can also be singular, to whom the spoken, whoever is being spoken to can be one person, and whoever is being spoken to can be more than one person also. So second person singular if the listener is only one, and second person plural if the listener are many. But in both cases the pronouns used will be same. So what are the pronouns of second person? You. Okay, even the subject is also you and even the object is also you. If you is used before the verb, before the action word, it is subject, and if you is used after the verb, after the action word, it is object. Okay, so that is how we can understand which you is a subject and which you is a object. Okay, once again I will say, you is the pronoun for second person. Second person singular, plural both are same, and second person is the listener. Okay, and you is the common pronoun for second person. If you is used before the action word, it is the subject, and if you is used after the action word, it is the object. Okay, so that was second person. Let us come to third person. Now third person, let us first understand third person. If I am speaking, you are listening, so I am the first person, you are the second person. But if we are talking about somebody else, I am speaking to you, I am not talking about myself, I am not talking about you, I am talking about somebody else, so that is the third person. That is the third person, right? So first person speaker, second person listener, and if you are talking about somebody else, so that person is the third person. Okay, now third person, there is one more difference in third person. When I am talking about myself, I will use the pronouns I, me, mine. Okay, so these pronouns cannot say if the speaker is a masculine gender, a feminine gender, or a neuter gender. I can be used for a male, I can be used for a female also. So the pronoun I, me, or we, us, it cannot tell that if the speaker is a masculine or a feminine or a neuter. Okay, that is one difference. You, second person. Second person also is a pronoun which cannot tell if the listener is a masculine or feminine or neuter. Now for example, if I am telling you, you can be used for a masculine, a boy. You can also be used for a feminine, that is a girl. Okay, you can also be used for a non-living thing or an animal, anywhere. So first person and second person, singular or plural, it cannot say if the speaker or the listener is a masculine gender or is a feminine gender or a neuter gender. But in the third person, if we are talking about somebody else, we can tell that if the third person is a masculine or is a feminine or is a neuter gender. Suppose if we are talking about a masculine, a boy, okay, or a male, so we will use the pronoun he, him, his, isn't it? These are the pronouns that we will be using. If the third person is a female, is a feminine gender, is a girl, so we will use the pronoun she, her, hers. Is that clear? Okay, so this is the difference. If it is a neuter gender, non-living thing, we will use the pronoun it, its, isn't it? So in the third person singular, we can clearly say or we can clearly mention that if the third person singular is a masculine or is a feminine or is a neuter gender. Okay, I hope you are clear with this. So the pronouns for third person singular masculine are he, him. The pronouns for third person singular feminine are she, her, and the pronouns for third person singular neuter gender are it. It, again here if you go to see subject, object, both are it. But like we identified the second person, you, the way we identified the second person pronoun you, the same way we can identify it if it is a subject or object. If it is used before the action word, before the verb, it is a subject, and if it is used after the action word, after the verb, it is a object. Okay, now let us go to third person plural. Now when we are talking about, if I am speaking, you are listening, first person, second person, we are talking about somebody else. That somebody else can be a singular or can be many people also, that is plural. Okay, so the third person plural are the pronouns which say that the third person are more than one. Okay, we are talking about many other people. Okay, so that is third person plural. Now the pronouns for third person plural are they, them, theirs. Okay, they, them, and theirs, but we will be looking at they and them. Fine. So whenever we use nouns, we can clearly say what pronouns, we can clearly say the pronoun belongs to which person. If the pronoun is I or me, it is first person singular. If it is we or us, it is first person plural. If it is you, then it is second person. If it is he, him, she, her, it, then it is third person singular. And if it is they or them, it is third person plural. So in this way they are related to a person, they are related to person. That is why they are called personal pronouns. Students, I hope you are clear with personal pronouns. Fine. Now let us look at some examples where we are using different personal pronouns. The first one, I have a toy car. Here the subject or the pronoun used is I. I is the subject. We are talking about I. It is in subjective case, and I is first person singular subject, isn't it? Now next sentence, you have many friends. Here who has many friends? You. So the sentence is talking about you. So you is the subject. Now you is second person. It is subject because if we are talking about the sentence and it is placed before the verb. What is the verb here? Have. You is used before the verb, so it is a subject, but the person is second person. Now next example, she is an intelligent girl. Now here the subject is she. Whom are we talking about? We are talking about she. Who is the intelligent girl? She is an intelligent girl. So she is a subject. This is third person singular. Here in the previous two sentences, the first sentence I does not say that if that person, the first person, is a male or is a female or a neuter. Second sentence is you is second person. You also does not say that you is a male or female or a neuter gender. But here she, as soon as we read the pronoun she, we can understand the person about whom we are talking is a female, is a feminine gender, right? So that was third person singular. Then next one, Manish has called him to the ground. Here the pronoun is him. Him is used after the verb. Has called is the verb, and after the verb him is used. Him is a object. It is an objective case. Now him, looking at him, we can clearly understand that it is a masculine gender, a boy, isn't it? We don't use him for a girl or a neuter gender. We use him for a boy, masculine gender. So that is third person singular object form. Next sentence, we will invite them to the party. Here the subject is also a pronoun and the object is also a pronoun. The subject pronoun is we. We is first person plural, isn't it? We, speaker, we are the speaker. So that is first person, and we is more than one. So it is first person plural subject, and the next pronoun is them, third person, and them is not used for one person. Them is used for many people. So that is third person plural, and it is after the verb, so it is a objective case. Okay, so this was the explanation about pronoun and explanation about a type of pronoun, and also when the pronoun is in subject form, object form. The type of pronoun that we discussed was personal pronoun because it was related to first person, second person, third person, subjective case and objective case. Okay, so students, try to learn this table. You will get this table as notes and try to learn it. That is, if what is the first person singular subject pronoun? I. What is the first person singular object pronoun? That is me. In this way, all persons, subject and object, you have to study separately. Learn this, learn by heart this table. It will be very helpful for you. Okay, so thank you students, thank you parents for your patience, and please have a very healthy time at home. Please follow a healthy routine. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you.